take a look at this. Let's play.
This is too hip for you. I'll slow it down.
Let's play.
Watch all your favorite classic game shows on Buzzer TV, KVBC Digital Channel 13.7.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Hi, I'm John Mallis. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. It's a Thursday morning. Glad you're here watching us on MeTV Fresno. We've had some problems with our channel today on MeTV. It has to do with the West Coast, East Coast feed. We'll explain that in a moment. But in the meantime, we'll talk about the debate last night down in Southern California, of course, in the first part of our program. The second part, we'll talk about home decorating, how to decorate your home, whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whether you're staying, it doesn't matter. 436 MeTV option 11. Back in a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
And welcome back to the program. I'm so glad you're here on this Thursday morning. And we start the program by talking about some of the complaints, some of the phone calls, and maybe even emails about our network programming here on MeTV. I know a lot of you are upset because you couldn't watch Perry Mason at 9 o'clock. Heaven forbid, you know, these things happen. The West Coast feed, I'm told, from MeTV has gone down, so we're having to take the East Coast feed, which means you didn't see Perry Mason at 9 o'clock prior to this show from 9 to 10. Now, I assume that regular programming will resume by noon today. It'll be the West Coast feed of MeTV on Comcast Channel 375, excuse me. And then right after this show, immediately following this show at 11 o'clock, we're going to show you Quincy. And I don't know what comes up at noon. I have no idea. But we're back to normal programming at noon here on MeTV Fresno. In the meantime, let's get to it. You're watching us on Comcast Channel 375 as usual, Monday through Friday. Of course, that's Comcast Cable. And I already explained what happened with the programming. And then 43.6, 13.1, 8.1 as well. The replay comes later in the day, and you will see the graphic change right now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then 8 o'clock at night, 4.6 Biz TV. That's prime time. Hey, how about the Twitter account? It has not changed at John Mallos, MeTV. So let's get right to it, my friends. The second presidential debate, as far as the Republicans are concerned, took place last night live on CNN. I watched it live stream on the internet. It was great. It was fantastic. 11 candidates in all. As usual, Donald Trump took center stage. The other 10 candidates took pot shots at Donald Trump. He handled it well, or did he? They talked from everything about Syria to Planned Parenthood to women's health. Take a look and a listen.
I'm not sure we need $500 million for women's health issues. He said he misspoke. You said that that's going to haunt him. Why do you think that?
I think it's a terrible statement. I think it's going to haunt him absolutely. He came back later and he said he misspoke. There was no question because I heard when he said the statement. I was watching and he said the statement and I said, wow, I can't believe it. I will take care of women. I respect women. I will take care of women.
All right, Donald Trump going at it with Jeb Bush, of course, on women's health, because Jeb Bush said at one point that, you know, he would question whether or not or how much money he would actually spend on women's health. That created quite a controversy even across the aisle with Hillary Clinton. So live on the telephone right now from Iowa is our guy, Dennis Hart. He is our media expert here. There's the graphic of Dennis. He's on the telephone. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning and good afternoon. It's noontime here in Iowa, John. In fact, I flew here right after my appearance with you on Monday because I used to live here and teach journalism at Iowa State University. I'm spending a few weeks here, and as you might imagine, because Iowa is the absolute hotbed of politics right now, with the Iowa caucuses coming up February 1st, every presidential candidate is coming through the state. It is a hotbed. It is the big story everywhere, and last night's debate was highly viewed throughout this state. I can guarantee you that.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the television coverage. We actually have a graphic, a picture that you sent us from Iowa this morning. The TV coverage, there it is right there. We're looking at it on the screen. What was the reaction from the television news media in Iowa from last night's debate?
It was the lead story on every newscast in Des Moines, and you're looking at a graphic of KCCI television, the top-rated television station in the entire state of Iowa. Kevin Cooney, Stacey Horst were the anchors last night, leading, of course, with the lead that virtually everybody had, that Donald Trump had a very bad night last night during the debate. There's no question about it. Each of the television stations did numerous minutes on this with analysis, with interviews with real people from around Des Moines and around the area. And the consensus seems to be, and I agree with this, that it was a very bad night for Trump. As it was also, as you might imagine, the lead story in the Des Moines Register. And you can see a graphic of that. That's the state's big newspaper, the biggest newspaper, one of the best in the United States. Their lead, their headline, saying that Fiorina and Christie were the winners. Now, I half agree with that. I agree that Christie did an okay job. The big winner last night, no question in my mind, and in virtually all of the other pundits, was Carly Fiorina. Donald Trump took a hit last night, no question.
Yeah, I want to run another soundbite as we take a look at that Des Moines Register there. Great shot of that newspaper, by the way, Dennis. And I want to take a look and a listen to this other soundbite. It's called Debate Number 1. Donald Trump was asked if the other three senators on stage with him were responsible for the United States not bombing Syria. In fact, backing off. The president backed off a couple of years ago. Here's what Donald Trump had to say.
Trump, yes. 2 years ago, President Obama drew a red line that the Syrian dictator Bashar Assad crossed. President Obama threatened to strike. He did not. His knees buckled. We now have 4 million refugees. Syria is a living hell. And he turned to the Congress for the authority to back him up. You have 3 senators to your right who said no. Do they bear responsibility for this refugee crisis? And what would you have done when Bashar Assad crossed that line?
Number one, I wouldn't have drawn the line, but once he drew it, he had no choice but to go across. They do bear some responsibility, but I think he probably didn't do it not for that reason. Somehow he just doesn't have courage. There's something missing from our president. Had he crossed the line and really gone in with force and done something to Assad, if he had gone in you with tremendous force, you wouldn't have millions of people displaced all over the world.
How much responsibility, Mr. Trump, did the senators hold?
I think they had a responsibility, absolutely. I think we have 3 of them here.
Senator Rubio?
I think they had a responsibility. Yes.
Let me tell you, we have zero responsibility, because let's remember what the president said. He said the attack that he was going to conduct was going to be a pinprick. Well, the United States military was not built to conduct pinprick attacks. If the United States military is going to be engaged by a commander-in-chief, it should only be engaged in an endeavor to win. And we are not going to authorize use of force if you're not putting men and women in a position where they can win. And quite frankly, people don't trust this president as commander-in-chief because of that.
All right, Dennis, you're still on the phone there. I got to say, Marco Rubio looked very strong in that debate last night. Donald Trump's answer to that Syria question, were you satisfied with that, number one? Number two, did Donald Trump look angry, weak, confused? What was the deal?
I thought Donald Trump looked terrible last night during the debate, and that answer helped exemplify that. He specialized in personal attacks all night last night. He attacked President Obama as not having courage. His answers were evasive non-answers. He had virtually no policy ideas whatsoever. He was often on the defensive last night. And it's going to be very interesting, John, to see after what we heard last night was just Donald Trump being Donald Trump. Personal attacks, no specific policy ideas. The question is that going to matter to his rabid supporters who love the idea that he attacks politicians, that he's anti-big government, that he attacks immigrants? Are they going to be satisfied with that? It was a very poor performance, I thought, by Trump. Now, Marco Rubio, in that answer that you just played, he was my second winner last night behind Fiorina. He oftentimes on that stage appeared to know more than almost anybody else about almost every topic. He was reasonable. He was measured. Marco Rubio did very, very well last night, displaying an impressive array of knowledge about foreign affairs and other things. But as I said, Carly Fiorina, in my mind, and I think most pundits, the big winner last night. She had just a knockout line when she was asked about the personal attack that Trump had made against her appearance. She said, I think women all over the country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said, and there was thunderous applause after that. Carly Fiorina looked poised last night. She looked as if she knew something. She knew a lot about foreign policy. She had numerous memorable moments. Now, bear in mind, she's nowhere in the polls. CNN had to break their own rules to get her on stage last night, but she came away as the big winner.
Yeah, I will talk about Carly Fiorina in just a moment here. We're running kind of short on time, but she's at 3%. A couple of questions here. Is Donald Trump finished? That's one. Or is it more of the same? The latest poll we showed was 32% Donald Trump, Ben Carson behind at 19%. So let me combine that question by saying the second half of that would be about Ben Carson. How did he do last night as well?
Almost a non-factor. He appeared to be genial and positive, but he had virtually nothing to say last night. Trump, I don't know whether he hurt himself with his supporters, but he certainly showed his lack of knowledge and awareness about almost every major issue. You know, he kept going back to his lines about, I'm going to appoint great people, I'm going to get great people. The truth of the matter is he's a showman. He's highly successful as a businessman, but he knows nothing about foreign affairs, virtually nothing about politics. In my mind, if this were a normal political year, where the normal rules of thumb played, where policy performances during debates meant something to voters, Trump would have fallen last night. We don't know the polling yet. We don't have any polling yet about how his numbers are going to be after the debate, but there's no question in my mind. And remember, on Monday, I said on your show, it's hard to see who's going to beat him for the nomination. But his performance was so desultory last night, so poor, that it's hard to see how people can take him seriously as a candidate. So my answer to your question is he did poorly last night. Ben Carson barely showed up last night. My big winners were Fiorina, Marco Rubio, Jeb Bush, and Chris Christie. I thought they had pretty good nights.
Dennis, I'm running short on time. I got about 3 minutes here, and I do want to run this Carly Fiorina soundbite, but I'm going to ask you, can you give me a 15, 20-second answer on this? Why should we care what they're saying in Iowa? Why is Iowa so important? Why are you there?
Well, I'm in Iowa because I love politics, and I love the area here. As I say, I lived here for a while. Iowa is important because it's the first, because it's a caucus state, which is different from a primary. They're going out on February 1st, and Iowa has just positioned itself to be the first barometer. The latest polls here in Iowa show Trump leading Ben Carson. Well, that mirrors what's happening nationally. The latest polls show something else. They show Bernie Sanders beating Hillary Clinton here in Iowa. That is not what's happening across the country. Clinton is falling, but Sanders is still trailing. So this is a barometer. And what happens here is that very rarely does somebody, if you win the caucus here, you may or may not win the nomination. But here's what Iowa does. If you lose badly here, you're almost certainly finished.
Okay, quickly, I have to run this soundbite with Carly Fiorina because I was very impressed with her, very knowledgeable, very much in the know. She looked strong. She was articulate last night, especially when she was talking about what she called the failed Iran deal, and she combined that answer with Planned Parenthood. Take a listen to this.
Iran and Planned Parenthood. One has something to do with the defense of the security of this nation. The other has something to do with the defense of the character of this nation. You have not heard a plan about Iran from any politician up here. Here's my plan. On day one in the Oval Office, I will make 2 phone calls. The first to my good friend Bibi Netanyahu to reassure him we will stand with the state of Israel. The second to the Supreme Leader to tell him that unless and until he opens every military and every nuclear facility to real anytime, anywhere inspections by by our people, not his. We, the United States of America, will make it as difficult as possible to move money around the global financial system. We can do that. We don't need anyone's cooperation to do it. And every ally and every adversary we have in this world will know that the United States of America is back in the leadership business, which is how we must stand with our allies. As regards Planned Parenthood, anyone who has watched this videotape, I dare Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama to watch these tapes. Watch a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says we have to keep it alive to harvest its brain.
Dennis, all I have to say to that is wow. How about you, my friend?
No, she was powerful last night. She had the most powerful moments. Now, there are still questions about, her qualifications for president. She is a arguably failed chief executive of Hewlett-Packard. She has never held public office. But having said all of that, without a shadow of a doubt, she did something last night. She showed that she was cognizant, knowledgeable, even brilliant at times on foreign affairs. And, this is important, she was the first Republican candidate to take on Donald Trump with his personal attacks and beat him. Yep. Nobody else has done that. She was a powerhouse last night. It could be, John, I'm not going to say it is, her comments against Trump last night may have been a tipping point for Trump's campaign.
Wow. I mean, Carly Fiorina proved she can be on the big stage with the big boys last night, strong on foreign policy. In fact, Donald Trump was weak on foreign policy, weak on domestic issues. He had no plan for anything. It's really amazing. He just took his pot shots as usual. Dennis, I have to wrap it up there because we're running short on time, but you know what? You are going to call in and check in during the course of the next, 3 weeks or so while you're in Iowa? Is that correct?
As a matter of fact, I hope to be on your show again next week. We've got Lindsey Graham coming into Ames, where I am, on Saturday. We have several other Republican candidates going to Des Moines for a family values forum. John, whatever you want me on next week, I'll be there because I'm monitoring this very closely.
All right, I appreciate it. Dennis Hart on the telephone live from Iowa, the first big state, of course, to be involved in the election and their reaction from last night's debate. Isn't Dennis great? He's so much in the know. Hey, we're going to come back and talk about home decorating here, and you can call in at 436-MeTV option 11. Once again, thanks to our guy, Dennis Hart in Iowa. Back with our program here on MeTV Fresno in a moment.
When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951. When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Watch Dr. TV on over-the-air channel 13.9.
Okay, back here on the program. Hey, let's take a quick call before we get to our next guest, Steph Stoltenberg here. Caller, you're on the air quickly, short on time. Go ahead. What's your question?
Yes, it seems like, watching Trump, it reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, he came in with a lot of hoopla and everything, and then, at the end, he basically left town with his, left town, and nobody really wanted to be around. So, that's my perception of Trump.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your input, and Dennis had a great phone call from Iowa, and thank you very much. And I'll tell you, Chris Christie had a very impressive performance last night as well, but he's way down in the polls. He was lucky to get in the debate. Fiorina may move up from that 3%. We'll wait and see. Changing topics here. So you're wanting to sell your house. You're wanting to rent your home. Maybe you're wanting to stay in it. Maybe you're wanting to redecorate it. Whatever the case may be, there's so many choices to make. There's the kitchen. There's the bathroom. There's the bedroom. There's the upstairs. There's the downstairs. There's the garage. Oh my goodness. Are you selling? Are you renting? Who's making all these choices for you? And it's all twisting and turning up here at night while you're trying to sleep, right? Those are some of those decisions that homeowners are faced with each and every day. Let's take a picture. I want to take you to a full screen photo. I want you to look at this home near Chestnut and Alluvial. It's about 3,500 square feet. It's a Cambridge, hardwood floors inside. It was painted with dark colors inside with green and gold. Very old-fashioned look, by the way. Okay, change the photo. Let me take you inside. This is bedroom number 1. The before, this is before it was redecorated, before it was painted. And now let's take a look at the after picture in the bedroom. That's exactly right. This is what it looks like now. A very nice color right there, if you have a daughter, right? That's what it looks like after the remodeling. So real estate agent Steph Stoltenberg, who is also an interior home designer, shows us what your options are in the kitchen. Listen to this.
It turns out that this kitchen really is just amazing with the newly painted cabinets. The floor was already in good condition. The tile, we didn't really want to spend to fix and put in granite at this point. It's not in bad condition. It looks just fine. So everything looks wonderful now, except that we have appliances that are dated. So the plan originally was to wait a little bit longer, but it's kind of funny once you start to get everything together and you look around and say, you know what, I got to do something. So this week they have coming new appliances all the way around, including a new refrigerator in stainless. And so it's going to make a beautiful impression. And not only that, it's going to be a lot quieter.
Live in our studio now is Steph Stoltenberg. She's been here before. She does this for a living, helping people take their home to the next level, whether they want to sell, rent, continue to live. We'll talk about remodeling. Hey, we might even talk about the debate. 436-ME-TV, option 11. Here on the program, Connect with Me. And by the way, what's on after our program today? What's on what program? Bonanza will be on live at 11 o'clock. That's the East Coast feed. We got all messed up today on Me TV. Sorry about that. Not my fault. Don't blame me. Do not email me. I had nothing to do with it. We're back with our guest in just a moment.
The new Frigidaire Professional line at Ventura TV Video Appliance.
Enjoy generous-sized cooktops and sauté or simmer with ease, while true convection ovens offer even baking and juicy roasting perfection. Foods stay their freshest in spacious refrigerators with convenient controls and clear filtered ice and water. Easy to clean surfaces reduce fingerprints, and the quietest of dishwashers makes cleanup a snap. The new Frigidaire Professional line
at Ventura TV Video Appliance.
After God created the world, He made man and woman. Then, to keep the whole thing from collapsing, He invented humor.
Sub, a perfect reason to rejoice. A distinctly positioned channel in the crowded Hindi general entertainment channel space. It is India's only family comedy entertainment channel with a core brand promise of असली मजा सबके साथ आता है.
हाँ, देख रहा हूँ.
Which means celebrate the joy of being together. Taking humor as a universal language, the shows on Sub are light-hearted and make up for an enjoyable family viewing experience. Indeed.
असली मजा
सबके साथ आता है. अब तो सबको पता है यार.
Zob TV is now on digital channel 31.8.
Back here on the program, Connect with Me. Remember what I said at the top of the program here? We got all fouled up with the West Coast feed. It went down. You're watching the East Coast feed of Me TV Fresno. Once this program is over. Steph Stoltenberg is here. I so much appreciate you being patient today. I know I cut into your time with the debate. I totally apologize. I hope you do come back. I do want to talk about remodeling because I want the viewers out there to know that you put a lot of work yourself into preparing this program with all the photos and the video, and I do appreciate you coming in.
Happy to do it.
Thanks.
Happy to do it.
We do have a call. I suppose you want to talk about the debate. All right, caller, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, quickly, comment, and then we got to get to Steph.
I want to talk about the debate.
Okay,
I
quickly.
think Donald Trump, he was right on. And the people in Iowa, I used to live in Iowa, they really don't know what they're doing down there. And Donald Trump is 30%, 32% going, you know, he's ahead of everybody.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, thanks for the comment. I really appreciate it.
Just want to say, the people in Iowa, they got to get their canoes right. Because they don't, over there, they don't know what's going on this yet.
I appreciate
it.
it.
You have a good day.
Okay, thank you. You have a good day, too. So, Steph, what do you think about the debate last night? You didn't get a chance to see it, I know.
No,
but
I didn't, but
good.
I'm a big Carly fan. I read her book when it first came out, and of course, being a woman, I think she's got great opportunities.
Yeah, she does. Hey, I do want to talk about remodeling. So before we get to some of the photos, and we're going to go through all of them, you redid everything. It was really amazing what you do and how much time you spend to actually do this. I mean, you put your heart and soul into this, don't you?
Well, it's creative. You know, selling real estate is also somewhat creative, but not nearly as much as moving into a house and taking a look and thinking, okay, wait a minute. As we start to unravel everything and repaint and redo, it takes on a whole new life. So it's beautiful.
Right. We saw in the monologue the picture of bedroom number 1.
Yes.
Let's go to bedroom number 2 and do a before and after
Okay.
photo here. And you can comment once the picture comes up. And you can see kind of the transformation. Okay, what are we looking at here?
Bedroom number 2 is completely a different color. Lena happens to have 2 little girls.
And Lena is?
Lena is the homeowner.
Okay.
And she's got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. So we took the 2 bedrooms and I asked her to let the girls choose whatever bedding, even as young as they are. And then we wanted to make sure there were no fights. So this is the second bedroom, and we picked the exact same color for both bedrooms. So you'll see the transformation.
The after picture is right there.
Yes, that's the same pink as in bedroom number 1, but the difference will be their bedding, their pictures, so they each have their own unique space.
Okay, let's keep that photo up there for a while. Why did you go with pink? And of course you have a blue bookcase there, I see, right?
Yes.
Is that a bookcase?
With those bookcases were down in the office, and they were actually left in the office for the new homeowners, Lena and her husband, when they moved in, and they were going to get rid of them. So I took that bookcase and the other bookcase and told Lena, why don't we paint them blue, because it complements both beddings, so both girls have the exact same blue bookcase, and then the pink is in both bedspreads, even though they're entirely different.
But so this is a girl's bedroom, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it has to be. I would assume.
Clearly defined.
Right. Did you confer with the girl that was going to take over that bedroom as to what color she wanted first, or did you and Lena, the owner of the house, just say, "Oh,
Yes.
look, we're going to paint this pink, whether she likes it or not"?
My question to her was, are your girls girly? Are they real feminine? Do they like pink and purple and so forth? So truthfully, they both, purple is more their favorite colors.
Oh,
so,
but it's darker though.
Yeah, but the bedspreads have tons of purple and blue. One is purple and blue, one is purple and pink, and so they both had a tish of pink. So I figure combining the purple with the pink, almost every girl likes that combination until maybe they get older, and then they might want something
So that
different.
pink is good for what ages, in your opinion? Because you've got kids. Of course,
Right.
your kids are grown, but
You
I
know,
mean...
Yeah, but colors are so much more sophisticated now. That pink honestly can go quite a long ways, and you can take big girls even, teenage girls, and they would love it. It really depends more on what their bedding is, their furniture. We're going to put white furniture in there, so that's definitely maybe a younger girl's look.
Yeah.
But as a girl gets older, she might want to put pink and black together, or something that's a little bit more sophisticated.
See, my daughter is 12. In her bedroom, I painted it last year, and it about halfway killed me because it is a hard job. See, it's the preparation.
Absolutely, that's all the work.
That's all the work.
Yeah.
And so she went with a dark pink and a brown combination.
It's a beautiful combination.
Half and half. So if, by the way, if I ever had to change that, in the next 4 years or so, I think I'm calling you, because I'm not painting again. I am not painting. I'm done painting. That's it. That's too hard. But for that age group, I mean, brown and pink could last her until maybe she'll be happy with that until maybe the age of 18, 19.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? People my age even use brown and pink. It's a very, because
Really?
they have the flower, it's a kind of a retro,
It's a darker pink,
fun
though.
look. Yeah, it's deeper. It's a little more mauve-y pink or whatnot. But they're
Yeah.
very, nowadays colors, even just like clothing, it goes all ages. It really depends on what you put in there, you know, but that can last, until the colors, she's bored of them.
I want to get deep into the conversation. Why is it important to think about redecorating if you're selling or renting?
Okay, that's an economic question, is what
Okay.
you're talking there. Walking into Lena's house, those were all Ralph Lauren type of colors originally when she purchased it. And I asked her, were you planning on just moving in? Because right before the move-in, she called me and then she decided to go ahead and go with my plan, which was neutrals. And she said, you know what? I walked in, I thought this is really nice, which it was. Well done. Very dark, though.
Yeah.
And now she can't even believe she was interested in moving in. So the desire for people to be in a more modern space, if you're going to sell your home especially, it's really nice to at least make sure that the colors aren't offensive, or and in some cases people would walk into all those dark colors and think, I could never live here. So you need to make it to where they could picture their own furniture and something that they would like to stay long term with.
But if you're selling or renting, aren't neutral colors better? Because once the buyer and perhaps the renter, when they come in, they're going to retrofit that house to their liking, whether it's paint, whether it's adding this, that, or the other
That's true,
thing.
but here's the thing. Like in Lena's house, I did neutrals throughout all the main living areas, and I
Right.
used 3 different colors so that there's good variety, and I could get the angles to all show up. Anything that's built that's unusual, I like people to see it. But when you're talking about bedrooms, well, most people are going to have any kind of different bedroom, furniture or bedding or whatnot, and
I've
repainting.
seen green in some
Yes,
people's bedrooms.
absolutely. But repainting a bedroom, I don't think anybody walks in and thinks, oh my gosh, I couldn't buy this house because I don't like a bedroom color,
But-
because it's a small space.
But I'm talking about houses that are for sale. Sometimes on a Sunday I'll go look at a house just for the sake of looking at it in my neighborhood.
Right.
Let me tell you the colors I've seen in the master bedroom. I've seen like light green, dark green,
Yeah.
kind of a tingy brown or beige color,
Right.
and even almost like a light purple. Now this is the master bedroom, the adult bedroom.
Right. But again, it's a small space. I think if you
Okay.
walk into a bedroom, you could hate the colors. But if the house has other, basic neutral colors in it, and you like 75% of it.
Right.
Most people anymore, I don't think they're so afraid to paint. They realize, hey, lots of people are painting all types of colors, and they would just consider repainting. 5, 8 years ago, people would be a lot more concerned about paint and color. They'd be like, oh, I'd never try that. But with all the new home shows and everything, people are far more adventurous or open-minded to the fact that, hey, I need to repaint these colors. They're not mine. Now, if you want to take the whole house and do it that way, that might really turn somebody off. As soon as they walk in, they think, this is not the place for me.
Yeah, see, everything is subjective, and there's so many more ideas out there now than there were
Yes.
years ago because of, like, the home show that we have here.
Absolutely.
People go there and they get thousands of ideas from all different sorts
They
of
do.
people.
And they need
So,
to know what their style is.
Yeah.
So that's a big question too.
Yeah.
In Lena's case, it was modern. She likes modern, which I'm really happy about. I enjoy putting modern houses together.
And we'll introduce you to Lena during the course of the program as we unfold
Yes.
here. Another 30 minutes left with Steph Stoltenberg. She is a real estate agent. She'll give her number out, of course, so you can contact her. She also redecorates the inside of your home if you want. 436-MeTV option 11. We're back here on the program in just a moment.
Revan is now on KVHF channel 4.4.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. KitchenAid, Ventura TV appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
Now, we haven't done any major construction, but we've worked on paint, we've got new blinds, we have new light fixtures, we have new ceiling fans. Did I miss anything? Drapes, artwork. So we've done a whole lot of painting out all of the woodwork. And I just wanted to talk to Lena for a minute because she has 3 amazing, beautiful daughters, little, 5, 3, and how old is your baby?
8 months.
8 months. So she's Wonder Woman and has tackled it all. But she and her husband together have moved into an amazing home that was very dark in color. Lena, when you bought this home, were you planning originally on just moving in the way it was painted?
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't have any experience, you know, what to look for, and I thought, yeah, it looked nice.
And it really did. The people that painted before and actually who put everything together in this house have done an amazing job. Outside is beautifully landscaped, the inside, but it was about 10 or 15 years old, those colors.
Right, it's definitely 90s, yeah.
Yes. And so the ceilings even were painted in a very dark paint. So Lena called me. She had seen something else that I had done for a different client. And I was like, okay, if you give me the ability, I'd like to take 3 colors, paint all the ceilings white, and we just kind of went from there. The interesting part is that they needed to move in just a few days. So literally, we've done everything that you're going to see today, and we haven't even hit 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
So the soundbite you just heard was that of Steph interviewing Lena. She is the owner of the house and has lived in there for how long?
About 2 weeks. So yes.
Wow.
You know, and it's kind of a fun story. When they called me,
Hang on, caller. Hang on. I'll get to you in a moment.
When they called me, they had about 4 or 5 days before they were going to be moving in. And so by the time we got contractors out there and got everything going, literally, the contractor started 2-3 days before they moved in, and then we finished within 10 days. All that painting and everything.
Wow. Big 3,500 square foot house.
Yeah, it's a big house.
A Cambridge.
Yes.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, I have inherited a house, and I fixed it on up. And I'm debating whether to go and sell it or to rent it out. The house is free and clear, and I have a house I'm living in that is free and clear as well. So what are some advantages and disadvantages?
What's the question?
He wants the advantages and disadvantages of whether you hold on to it or rent. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yes.
So the advantages and disadvantages.
Oh, great.
Both.
Okay.
Here's my thought on it as a realtor, okay? If you own something outright, to turn it into a rental, that's immediate income you're going to be generating, and it's a great asset.
How about a tax write-off?
Tax write-off, there's so many benefits, but the only concern would be that physically there's a lot of labor involved sometimes. There's people that might get in there and cause stresses or difficulties. So you got to look at your life and ask, do I have any issues with cleaning, fixing, finding renters? Does that bother me? Some people don't like the irritation of it. They really don't want, they're afraid maybe that they're going to get somebody in there that they don't want. So if you can tackle all of those things, I say hold on to property as long as you can. Otherwise, owning it outright, get rid of it, sell it, use that money and invest it somewhere else would be my unofficial advice. I'm not a...
I have been told, though, and this is not a financial program, we have a lot of photos to get to here, and I do want to get to them, but I have been told that real estate is the best place to invest your money. It's not the stock market. It's not the... But you know what, folks? Don't listen to me. I am not an expert, because if I was, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be living on a beach someplace.
Right, and you know that's a debatable point you're making. Obviously, some people have done very well in the stock market, and some people have done well in real estate, but the real thing is you got to find your area of comfort.
We have a call. Caller, are you there? Are you there,
I'm
caller?
still here.
Yeah. Oh, you're still there. Okay. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I just want to ask I wanted to ask management companies, would you recommend a management company for renting it out?
Absolutely, only because if you can afford it and add it into the rent, why not? Let them take care of the details.
Yeah, good. Hey, caller, good call. Thank you so much. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of photos to get to. Let's start with the chandelier. We've got, I don't know if we have a before and after this one.
We don't have a before, but it is
Okay.
interesting.
Look at that.
Now, this is
Ooh.
a chandelier, and it's
In
got
Lena's
a mate
house?
in Lena's house. That's her entryway, and you'll see the second picture. I told Lena I had bought that. I actually picked that up off of Craigslist, and I was going to put it in my house. So I fell in love with it, but when I showed it to Lena in a picture, and I actually brought it over, it didn't have the globes on it or anything, and I asked her, you know what, I think your gold chandelier we knew we were going to replace. She liked modern. I said, why don't you give this a try? And so she liked it and all, but after it was up and on, it just,
And
it was beautiful.
You did a really good job of actually hanging that chandelier. You got up there in a ladder, right?
By myself.
By
Yeah,
yourself.
because I'm so strong and I'm really
Right.
tall.
Yeah, and you were like a trapeze artist, right?
You know, I thank God
Very
for
good job,
contractors.
Steph.
I really do.
Beautiful chandelier. Hey, the entryway. Let's take a look at that photo. Before, let's do the before first. We'll do
Now,
all these before.
This is when you first walked in.
Oh, my goodness.
You've got, it's really more of a mustard and then a hunter green, which again were extremely popular. But see, there's the second chandelier. The mate to the one you just saw earlier went in that particular place. They were gold. You've got those bright, bold colors.
Gold
and then,
and green.
Yeah, really dark ceiling. It just, and then
Hardwood
look at the
floors,
banister. Yeah, hardwood floors. And then we have, you know, oak, banister, oak wood throughout. So the
Is that like a 70s look or something? Or?
No, it's more, she was correct. It's more of a 90s look. It's a Ralph Lauren look.
And this is
there
the
you go.
after?
There's the after. So she ended up loving the painted out banister. She didn't realize how much she would like that. And if you see in this area, I took 3 different colors. The beam on the right is the darkest color, the back wall is the white, and then the walls to the right and left are like a medium tone. So
That looks like a completely different house.
it does. It makes a humongous difference.
So you did all of this in how long?
10 days. I can't, and honestly, it's not because I'm so amazing. Our contractors had crews working in there, no exaggeration, from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. They just switched up. Because when you go to paint 3
No wonder
colors.
I can't get a hold of you ever.
Yeah, and it's true. When you go to paint 3 colors, you've got to be taping and retaping and
I
flipping.
know.
Whoopsie,
I know.
it's a bad deal. So.
I know. When I painted my daughter's bedroom last year, I went back and forth to Home Depot trying to. No, don't use regular masking tape. Use this kind of tape. Use
Frog
that kind
tape
of tape.
is
Use
great.
this. Use that.
Yes.
I mean, it's really complex to a certain extent. Anyway, the fireplace before and after. Check this out. I looked at some of these photos last night.
There you
That's the
go.
before, right?
Yes.
All right. So you got light green. You got
Yes.
some white curtains. You got the natural wood going with the
Yes.
brick. It looks pretty good to me. I probably would have left it, but
No.
no. Change it, and we'll go to the after picture.
There you go.
Oh my God! Now I can see why you wanted to change it.
It was so fun. You know, really, we were going to paint out the fireplace, but she replaced the insert from gold to black. We painted out the wood with the black, that everything else is painted. The walls are the neutral colors. And then those curtains, believe it or not, we got them at Lowe's. And we were walking down the aisle. Lena herself picked them out, and they were amazing. They were perfect. So.
Yeah, we got. You're talking about those curtains there?
Yes.
Okay. You know, we have a videotape. It's called Curtains, and let's play that now because Steph is talking about the curtains that you just saw hanging right there in the living room near the fireplace. Let's take a look at this quick soundbite from Steph.
Other important details, curtains are panel curtains are very big right now, and a lot of times you're going to find them, they can be a little bit pricey. I am a firm believer in Home Goods and Kirkland's. Between those 2 places, you can literally buy 2 beautiful panels for the same price as you would pick up 1 even at Target. So we happen to be in another store that isn't really known for panels or curtains or any of that. We were in Lowe's. And as we walked down the aisle, Lena has developed her own little sense of style as far as what she likes to see. She actually has a really good natural ability. So as we're walking and seeing all these curtains, and we both were surprised to see, this is what she spotted. And quite honestly, this is one of my favorite things in her whole house. It didn't cost a lot. It's got a very vintage feel to it, unique and special. And because it's so sheer, all of these amazing windows, you can actually literally see right through them. So I only bring it up because I was proud of her. She did an awesome job.
Beautiful, and it didn't cost an arm and a leg to put in there.
No, honestly, they were so reasonable. So, you know, it just shows you can find so many things. Just keep your eyes open. You never know where they're going to have good products.
But I really think as we go to this next series of photos, I want to go to the formal dining area, #1, before and after. I really do think, and this is, maybe it's just me being partial towards a woman's point of view, but to redecorate a house like this, you really do need a woman's touch, do you not? I mean, a man can't do this.
Well, there are some men that are pretty amazing, but in general, honestly, it is a woman's territory.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the formal dining area before, right?
Yes, before.
Yucky green.
All green, ceiling and everything.
Okay, after, boom.
Boom. Now, my goal is, if you see the lamp there, that is the mate to the big hanging chandelier. And then I just wanted to capitalize on all the angles. So the walls are medium beige, the back wall is white, and then I put the darkest color all around. And you can actually see all the design that the builder that actually developed the place put together. So.
And this is, what are we looking at here? Formal dining #2?
Yeah,
That's
it's just
before.
a different direction. And,
okay.
And we don't have her table in. We're going to work on getting all of those things, and they did just move in. But you can just see, it's just so
bland.
beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be, when we get the table and chairs in there, it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so after, how about the after picture?
That's the after.
Oh, that's the
I
after
just gave
from
you
a
two
different
angles.
viewpoint. Okay,
yes.
I got
and
you
you're
covered.
Right. Now what people are going to focus on when they come in is the table. We're going to put a big table with some big chairs in there, and it's right off the front door.
Okay, that's the before, that's the dining.
There you go.
That's the before dining. Okay, so we got our
reversed.
Yeah, we got it reversed. So this is the before. Go to the after again, just real quick on that #2. That's the after. Okay,
yes, so
gotcha.
That's going to be amazing.
In every one of these, we want to go to the before picture first and then the after. Never go to the after first because that kind of fouls us up. But anyway, the game room. The game room. Let's go to the game room.
Now
we'll do the before
upstairs.
and the after.
Yes, it's a big room. Very nice. This is where the girls will play. This is where all their bedrooms are. So what we don't have, and you won't see it in the after, we have a dark wood floor that'll be laid in the next couple of weeks, but we did get it all painted and ready to go. That's before.
Okay, and then after?
That's after.
Oh, wow, lovely.
So we have new ceiling fans, we have nice color paint on the walls, some curtains, white ceiling, and then those boxes to the left, that's all the flooring waiting to go in right now.
Okay, let's do one more before we go to, or actually two more before we go to break. We'll go to kitchen #1, the before picture. Go before.
Now, I'm a firm believer in oak cabinets being painted out. Unless there's some reason not to, it just makes everything so much more beautiful. So she let us paint them all. So this is before.
And then the after.
And then there's after.
Whoa.
So we still have plenty to do to put up little plates along the top and everything. And she's getting new appliances in, and we need to put some chairs in there. But honestly, she loves her kitchen now. It just took on a whole new look. So that's one direction.
And then one more. We'll do kitchen #2 before and after. It's pretty amazing that the transformation looks like a completely different house. That's the before.
Now we're looking to the nook. So we got rid of the drapes. We painted out the rest of the cabinets that way, and then she's got her table in the after picture.
And the after, it looks like that. See how beautiful that looks? My goodness.
Yeah.
And the kitchen table right there.
It's going to be nice. We're going to put a whole nother kitchen set in there, and we've got some artwork to put up. But all in all, it turned out very nice.
That is really beautiful. All right, Steph Stoltenberg is here. If you want your house redecorated, you're selling, renting, staying in it, buying a new house, who knows what the deal is. 436-ME-TV, option 11. Back in a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
The following is a list of celebrities you will not see on MeTV programs. Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snooki, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Honey Boo Boo, Justin Bieber, Simon Cowell, Chris Brown, Miley Cyrus, and the Real Housewives of any place. This is who you will see on MeTV programs. Lucy, Ralph, Mary, Perry, Gilligan, Kenneth, Spock, Batman, Rowdy, Festus, and the Beaver. Me TV. Thanks for watching.
All right, back here on the program talking about home decorating. Let's go to the living area before and after. Let's check this out. And we're looking at a series of photos here throughout the entire house. And it's owned by someone who just walked in. What's this here?
This is from the fireplace looking back into the entryway.
Okay. And then the after photo looks like that.
There you go. Now, you can see that she's got some of her furniture in there, and we'll be picking up more. That piece of artwork I got at Kirkland's. It's amazingly inexpensive, and she has a fun sense of style. So I was super happy to pick it up, and then you can see that the entryway is much, much lighter and more interesting.
Right, and we'll talk about that cow picture in just a moment, but I want to go to the, I believe it's the master bath before and after. I think we have two master baths here, but this is...
Okay, this is the big downstairs master bedroom.
Oh, master bedroom, okay.
Yes, and this is the before picture. You can see that there's plenty of windows, and it's kind of a orangey cream color.
All right, and the after looks like that,
okay.
Right?
Well, I think we got those backwards, but that's a different room. That's master upstairs. There's the before. That's master upstairs. It was a girl's bedroom, and
So this is the before.
This is the before, and this is where they are going to live, upstairs to be close to the girls.
So this is one of the master...
This is, yes, the second one upstairs.
The second master bedroom upstairs. Okay, I'm getting confused here. And then the after photo looks like...
And this is the after. There. Now, Lena went and picked out a brand new bed set and brought it in and said, I think you're going to like this. And I thought she did an amazing job.
Gotcha.
She got the blue in that brown, and then we went and picked up those curtains, and we've got to shorten them still.
So this is the master upstairs.
Yes, and they chose to live upstairs instead of in the humongous master bedroom downstairs because they want to be close to their girls.
All right, master bathroom before and after.
Yes.
That's
now,
before?
This is before. We took out the mirror, we changed the fixtures, we changed the lighting, and we painted out the wood. We did not touch the tile.
Okay, how about the after photo?
There you go.
Ooh.
So a dramatic difference, new handles, paint on the bottom side, new fixtures, everything from gold turned to silver, which they still need to do the shower.
Same countertop and everything?
It's the same countertop. We tried to not do anything with heavy construction. All of this is stuff that we could quickly put together.
All right, do we have another master bedroom that we haven't shown yet? The one downstairs? We do. Okay, let's do the before and after on that one.
Okay.
That's the no. We have already seen that one. We've already seen that one. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's not worry about master, because there are too many master titles here. All right, we have master this, master that, and too many. That's a good way to get mixed up. Okay, how about the office before and after? That's a good way to go. We'll go with the office.
Now this house, because
before.
Because it's 3,500 square feet.
Is that the office?
That's Lena's. There's the other office. There's two offices. This office is Frank's office. And 3,500 square feet, they had a huge office built for the people before, which was perfect because both of these, the husband and wife, stay at home. This is before. And then here we go with the after.
Okay, gotcha.
So we've got some work to do on the furniture in there, but honestly, it's a beautiful room now with plenty of light, and it looks right out onto the swimming pool.
Okay, I don't want to go to the other office because we might get confused and put up another photo that we have no idea what it is. Let's go to the stairway before and after. How about that?
This is pretty dramatic.
Okay.
Okay, you can see those dark, bold colors. At one point, I guess they probably looked really amazing and beautiful, but it doesn't look modern at all. So here's what we ended up with. I tried to move the colors around. There you go. We've got the dark banister.
You
We've
like
got
gray, don't you?
Well, that's a gray, brown, black. If you really see it, it's a strong, it's almost black, but it's got some brownish gray in it. So I do like it because it literally, when you say neutral, it'll go with anything, and it'll last a long time.
It really does look nice. Now, was that carpeting that goes up there?
Yes, carpeting, and we left the carpeting for now. Only one room is going to have the change out. But my goal, like if you saw that stairway, two of those walls go all the way to the ceiling of the top area. So I needed light up there. So it worked out nicely.
Two more pieces of videotape that I want to roll before we go here, and it's the cow picture that you saw in the entryway or the living area?
That's actually in the living room, and it's going to go up behind the couch. Yes.
All right, let's roll a videotape. Steph is talking about that cow
One of the things I wanted to talk about is details, and actually fun when it comes to putting your home together. I know with Lena, I didn't know Lena before I came in to do this project, and so I'm always trying to find what makes the homeowner happiest. And so I'll send pictures and get some sort of feedback. Well, I was really in luck when I actually sent this picture to Lena amongst other pieces of artwork is what I call them. I don't know, technically they're very inexpensive pieces of artwork, but they actually make a great big impression. And she loved this one. So my encouragement is just to try stuff. It's not forever. She doesn't have to keep this until she dies. But for right now, in this big room, a piece like this is a conversation piece, and it looks adorable.
All right, so tell me about that cow photo.
Well,
is it an eye catcher?
Yeah, it's funky, it's different, it's fun, and everybody's different. And so some people have enough fun in their personality to where when I throw something out there, they either like it or hate it. And I can kind of tell, are they going to be a little bit more conservative, or are they going to actually get some sort of enjoyment out of a picture like that, which is actually huge, and it's in their big open area. And I sent her a series of about 8 pictures, and she goes, well, I really like the cow picture, as she was texting back. And I was so stunned. I'm like, yay, this is perfect, because now I know when we look for more things down the road, we can kind of add those fun elements.
Hey, I want to go back to the kitchen. In the monologue, we played kitchen number 1. I want to play kitchen number 2 now, when Stephanie is talking about the remodeling of the kitchen area, which is one of the mainstays of the house. You're in there all the time.
Absolutely,
All right,
especially with 3 little kids.
I know.
We're back to details. There's great debate over painting wood versus leaving the natural, beautiful quality of wood. But I'm going to say that probably today oak cabinets can really date a house. So Lena let me bring a crew in, and where normally I really like to see the distressed Annie Sloan paints on cabinetry, we didn't have any time for that. So we had a great crew come in here and spray these out, but the details make a difference. This little handle Lena liked and preferred a contemporary look in her house, which I absolutely love as well. So these already had holes drilled. I just tried to find little handles that were the same size, and I think we might have paid $297 a handle, and it gives her a nice sleek design.
That is the kitchen area. It's so important because you're in there all the time. It's like the bathroom. You're in there all the time. It's like any other. But I think the kitchen, why do you think that room is so more important than any other?
Well, I think there's several reasons. One, as you said, you're in there. And you know, culturally, we're eating.
I think we've got to turn that volume down over there. We're getting an echo. There we go.
There, you're eating, and you spend so much family time in a kitchen. But a realtor, any realtor will tell you, kitchens and bathrooms honestly sell houses. When people walk in,
that's what sells?
They do, because, and they're also
the bedroom doesn't sell.
No. No,
the
not
hallway
necessarily.
Doesn't sell.
No, absolutely not the hallway, unless it's dark and scary. Now you can get a house with a dark and scary hallway, and that could make a difference, right?
Huh.
But in most cases, they're the big ticket items to fix and change. And in our situation here, we didn't have a lot of time, so we didn't touch tile. It was in good condition. We tried to do the things that could be done more quickly. But people either are going to love the kitchen or hate the kitchen.
Okay, your phone numbers.
Yes.
Or phone number.
Phone number. It's area code, of course, 559-213. 7998.
Okay, one more time, quickly.
213-7998.
Okay, and quickly in 30 seconds, can you tell me, for those who think they can do all of this type of work by themselves and they don't need an outside opinion, you say what?
I say give it a try if you're talking about paint. I mean, honestly, and I've told John this, you can repaint anything. Outside of that, if you are going to hire, be careful to use somebody that actually has a license.
But get a second opinion.
Get a second opinion. It's very, yes, absolutely. Or, and in my case, sometimes I just give people a game plan and they go do it themselves. That's also another option.
Right.
So,
Stephanie, it's good to see you. Thanks for being patient, too, at the beginning of the program. I know we cut up some of your time, and I apologize for that.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
Come back again.
Absolutely.
All right. Steph Stoltenberg, if you want to remodel your house, call her. We're back tomorrow with Holly Carter, Carter & Company. She's talking about how Fresno is not very business-friendly these days to business owners here in the city that we live in. We're going to be back tomorrow on MeTV Fresno. See you then. Have a good day.